What if Voldemort was raised with love by his mother? The Serpent's Heart Uncoiled. The story of Lord Voldemort begins not with power, but with a tragic lack of it. His mother, Merope Gaunt, desperate and heartbroken, used a love potion to ensnare Tom Riddle Sr. When she ceased using it, believing true love would follow, he abandoned her, leaving her to die in an orphanage, giving birth to a son who knew no love from his very conception. This emotional void, this rejection of love, became the bedrock of Voldemort's soul. But what if Merope had survived? What if she had found a way, despite her weakness and despair, to raise her son, Tom Riddle, with genuine love? This what if isn't just about a different childhood. It's about whether the greatest darkness can be averted by the purest light, whether a serpent's heart can truly be uncoiled. A mother's survival, the first shift in destiny. Our original story sees Merope Gaunt dying shortly after childbirth, leaving Tom Riddle in the bleak, loveless environment of an orphanage. But what if she had found the strength to hold on? Perhaps a compassionate healer stumbled upon her, or a forgotten family charm offered a last burst of life. If Merope had survived, even in poverty, her primary instinct would be to protect and love her child. The inherent cruelty of the orphanage, the fear of being different, the absolute lack of affection that fueled Tom's early darkness, all of it would be replaced by the presence of a mother, however frail. Merope, though weak and perhaps still timid, possessed a deep, if often hidden, magical heritage. Her love, even a fragile, desperate love, would be the first crucial seed sown in Tom Riddle's soul, fundamentally altering his earliest perceptions of the world. Tom Riddle's childhood, the seed of empathy. Growing up with a mother, even one haunted by her past, would drastically change Tom's development. He would still possess his immense magical talent, his cunning intellect, and his desire for control. These innate traits wouldn't vanish, but they would be tempered by the lessons of love. Merope, herself a descendant of Salazar Slytherin, could teach him about his heritage without the malicious bitterness. She might teach him control, not for domination, but for self-preservation. He would learn the concept of belonging, of being cherished, and perhaps even of reciprocity. The rage that fueled his disdain for Muggles might be lessened if his mother, a pure-blood witch, had genuinely loved a Muggle, even if through a potion. This crucial emotional foundation could prevent him from ever truly becoming detached from humanity, fostering a nascent capacity for empathy, or, at the very least, a pragmatic understanding of human connection. Hogwarts years, a brilliant but less dark student. Hogwarts would still be Tom Riddle's true home, a place where his brilliance could shine. He would still be sorted into Slytherin, his ambition and resourcefulness undisputed. However, his motives might shift. Instead of seeking power for domination, he might pursue knowledge for understanding, or influence for his mother's safety and well-being. He might still gather followers, but perhaps they would be a loyal group of ambitious students rather than nascent Death Eaters. His inherent charm would be genuine, not a mask for manipulation. Dumbledore, observing a Tom Riddle who displays actual compassion or remorse, might trust him more, or at least watch him with less suspicion, seeing a potential for greatness rather than inevitable darkness. The Chamber of Secrets might still be opened, but perhaps out of curiosity about his heritage, not as an act of pure-blood supremacy. Riddle might even close it himself after understanding its dangers, or use it for study rather than attack. The Horcrux Path averted. No fragments of soul. This is the absolute core of our what if. The concept of Horcruxes, splitting one's soul through murder, is an act of ultimate depravity. A Tom Riddle who has known love, who possesses even a sliver of empathy, would find this act far more abhorrent. He might still fear death, still desire immense power, but the idea of mutilating his own soul would be repulsive. His mother, if still alive and a source of love, would be a strong anchor preventing such a descent. Instead, He might pursue other forms of immortality, perhaps through advanced potions, ancient magical artifacts, or extending his lifespan through less destructive means. But the foundational act of creating Horcruxes, the ultimate sin, would be averted, leaving his soul whole, and therefore vulnerable to true death. The post-Hogwarts years, a different path to power. After Hogwarts, a loved Tom Riddle might embark on a very different career. Instead of descending into dark magic, he might become a brilliant Auror, a visionary ministry official, or a groundbreaking researcher in ancient magic. His desire for influence would remain, but it would be channeled into shaping the wizarding world for what he genuinely believed was its betterment. He would still be exceptionally powerful and respected, perhaps even feared for his intellect, but never truly reviled for his cruelty. His ambition might lead him to become Minister for Magic, wielding immense power but within the bounds of law and order. The very concept of Lord Voldemort would simply never exist. The First Wizarding War, a prevented tragedy. The most profound consequence of a loved Tom Riddle is the complete prevention of the First Wizarding War. Families like the Potters, the Longbottoms, and countless others would never have faced the terror of Voldemort. James and Lily Potter would live to raise Harry, who would grow up in a loving home, never marked by a curse, never burdened by a prophecy. Sirius Black would never see Azkaban, remaining a free and happy man. Peter Pettigrew's betrayal would have no grand stage upon which to play out. The wizarding world would experience decades of relative peace, guided by leaders who, though perhaps flawed, never descended into genocidal madness. The scars of war would simply never form. Harry Potter's life, a normal boy, a different world. Harry Potter's life, as we know it, would cease to exist. He would be just Harry, a normal boy with two loving parents, attending Hogwarts, making friends, and perhaps achieving greatness in his own right, free from the weight of being the boy who lived. His scar might never exist, or if it did, it would be a mundane childhood accident, not a mark of destiny. His destiny would be his own to choose, unburdened by a dark prophecy or the need to defeat the greatest dark wizard of all time. The central conflict of the entire saga would be gone, replaced by a world where the greatest evil never fully bloomed, all because of a mother's love. What if Voldemort was raised with love by his mother? It's a truly profound what if that forces us to consider the origins of evil and the immense shaping power of love and belonging. It suggests that even the darkest soul might be redeemed, or perhaps never truly damned if nurtured by compassion. It reminds us that our earliest experiences can cast the longest shadows, or, with enough light, illuminate the brightest paths. What are your thoughts on this transformative scenario? Do you believe love could truly have saved Tom Riddle from becoming Voldemort? Share your insights and theories in the comments below. And don't forget to tell us which other what-if theory from the world of Harry Potter you'd like me to delve into next. Your ideas truly help shape the magic here on Omniva.